amazing. I told Justin we were the luckiest guys in the world because you guys are rocking it out. It's been since before the COVID that we got to hear anything live like that. That was amazing.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I really like your music.
Yeah, I think the maximum person band we had in here was a three-piece or a
I mean, it was
four-piece.
shredding from all different directions.
Yeah, you guys were doing really different stuff,
Yeah.
so that's awesome.
So why don't we just go down the line and introduce, if you want to introduce yourself and talk a little bit about how you started music and what got you, or maybe what got you into this band, how you met each other.
Yeah, my name's Koedee. Met Josh and Dan off of an ad they had posted. They were looking for a guitar player and a steel player. And played with them once or twice, and about a year went by, and I was getting a lot of stuff with life was going on, and here about a year ago we got hooked up, and I've been playing steel and guitar for them ever since. It's great.
What got you into playing steel guitar? I mean, steel lap.
Love the old country music, and I know we're doing more rock now, but we still, live shows, we still do old classic country.
What kind of stuff do you listen to?
Oh man, all the greats. I mean, you know, Hank Jr. and I mean obviously all the mainstream guys, but even like the new guys like Mike and the Moon Pies.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely good stuff.
It's
so.
cool. Cody's sort of our new music guy. Like he'll be sending us like texts pretty much every week. Like,
Y'all
Check
are
this out, check
check
that out.
out
That's
this
very
guy.
annoying.
Exactly.
Very
Keep up
annoying.
with it.
Check out this guy. Hey, this is a cool song and things like that. So you know, I like when he, you know, his musical discovery skills are pretty good too.
I'm Bryan. I play bass. I know Josh from way back in high school. I think at one point we lived in the same house together separately.
There was a wall in between.
There was a big wall between our houses.
What are they called? Half houses? Or
Yeah.
duplexes.
He was constantly making noise and. But yeah, so I knew Josh, and then I saw that Josh was playing and posting stuff and having fun, and I was like, I kept messaging him like,
They
hey,
didn't keep a bass player for nothing.
if you need me to come play, I'm willing to do that.
That's the thing, when you find a good bass player, hold on to him, because
Well, I was so like, man, I don't want to be around people from high school and stuff. So I was like so hesitant. We went through like 2 before he even came aboard. And when he came aboard, it was like instant.
yeah, it's
There was
definitely
no
a good
going
match.
back. Like, because we rekindled a friendship, you know, as well. Because we haven't talked,
Yeah.
you know, since high school and stuff.
We live an exit
So
apart on the highway,
Yeah.
and I ran into him at a gas station
Yeah.
that we both use, and I was like, man, that looks like Josh. And that was kind of how it
Everything
kind of
happens for a
restarted.
reason.
Yeah, it was almost like, and then that's when I started bugging him, like, hey.
Yeah, he did. He messaged me not long after that, and then we went. After he messaged me, we went through 2, finding looking for a guy. Before I was like, man, do you just want to play? And the reason why I asked him is because we had a gig like the next week.
That's how it always happens.
And the
dude.
guy that was there before for practice before him, like he was supposed to play in that gig. So we call him. He learns the set. It
I was like, I'll do
it was a
whatever you need me to
45-minute
do.
set, but he played it probably better than all of us in the band at the time.
And you got that quintessential bass player vibe, man. You got the stance. You got that.
I
Like,
only
down,
play
you're like-
bass.
you're
A lot of bass
I
players
got
were
it,
guitar
man.
players at one point. That's not me. I play bass. That's all I can do. If you want me to do other stuff, I'll try, but
You're just too damn good at slapping the bass.
that's all I can do.
Plays hard too.
Yeah, that bass looks nice on you too.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, and for
Yeah, I don't
the-
have a Fender jazz bass like everyone else.
Right. So what bass do you play?
It's a ESP LTD. But I always loved the Les Paul single cut look. And I was at I was out in California, out in San Francisco, and I went to some hard rock cafe, and it was a Gibson Les Paul bass, and I had never actually seen one other than the one that was in there. I don't even remember who played it. It was all black, and I was like, man, I gotta have a guitar like that. And then I went home and went to the local guitar shop, and there that bass was, and I was like, that's it, you know? I was like, I have to have that.
That's a sexy looking bass.
Yeah,
ESPs
because you don't ever see those
Yeah,
single
ESPs
cut
and
basses.
LTDs are often used for like metal, so they have that like really nice round, and the pickups, like the stock pickups that come on that stuff, they're pretty reactive.
That's the way I got it. I haven't changed anything on it, and I haven't like wanted another guitar. I mean, like I'd take a Stingray, you know, that'd be cool, but I don't have to go out and buy. I found the guitar that I love, and that's it.
So there you go. If you guys want to donate a Stingray, we'll put the link down below.
I will play it. It's got to be orange, but I'll play it. You know.
Now he's getting picky.
Nah, bro, this is bands, bro. This is on the rider, man. We only want green and yellow M&Ms, bro.
Only orange M&Ms. That's it. They taste the best, anyways.
Zach, I came in what, May?
April, May.
April, May
Yeah.
Of this year?
of
2020.
20.
He was the
2020.
last one.
He's the new guy.
Yeah.
Not of this year.
For
Well,
now.
Josh answered an ad that I put. I was looking for something else. And,
He was looking to start a band.
What were you doing before you met these guys?
I was in Smokin Gunnz and Fastlane.
Okay.
Played a lot.
Same kind of style?
Smokin Gunnz was Southern rock, and Fastlane was like a new country kind of thing.
Was they from the same
Zach's been
area?
around for a while.
Was it around the same area, or was it like a different city?
Fastlane's more like Lancaster area, and
Okay.
Smokin Gunnz was a little more regional.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
You're a hell of a shredder. What kind of guitar are you playing over there?
That's Les Paul Studio, Epiphone Les Paul Studio. It's like the cheapest Les Paul you
How
can
long
buy.
have you been playing?
I saw Ace Frehley play when I was 5, and I never stopped. I wanted to be Ace Frehley
Nice.
since I was 5. I got Ace Frehley's signature tattooed on my chest.
Sweet. That's awesome.
That's my shit.
When you came on too, we were getting ready to gig, and you were like, "Hey, why don't we change some of these songs? We need new material anyway." So we ended up learning like 3-4 hours of almost new music in like a month or two.
Yeah,
Because we
started
had a
playing
gig.
out.
We had a gig scheduled, and before Zach came on, we had
We didn't even have
another.
him.
Well, yeah, we had another new guy.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
like he was in there, but he was not part of the band. Like, he was in the band chat at one point, and he would like get mad at us for putting stuff in the band chat. So whenever I started the band, it was an acoustic project. I mean, I was doing open mics. I was hosting open mics. I just wanted to have like a cajon guy and a bass player maybe at the most, and it was at the time just to escape from the stuff I was dealing with losing my friend, my brother, and everything. So it turned into more whenever I wanted a real drummer. I wanted to be a band, and that's when Dan came on, and Dan's been with me from the start, really. I don't count the other guy as a drummer. When I was like, dude, you got to play the drums, he got scared and he ran off. This was originally an acoustic project whenever it was just me, and that was Buckskin Whiskey, but this is Buckskin Whiskey, you know what I mean? But
Oh, yeah.
the original, what it started as was not, it wasn't supposed to evolve into this, and it did, and we're having fun. And, so I've been playing guitar since high school, really, not seriously. And then my early 20s, I had a friend at the time, my best friend at the time, and he got me back into it actually, and it was like a really big deal and a big part of my life, and that is why I invested so much time into the band whenever he passed away. Is because this was kind of our thing, and it just felt like it's something I should be doing forever, even before I even got real serious about it. But yeah, I'm glad of where it's went, where the band has evolved through some stages that like I'm really grateful for, and I'm happy with the final result.
Do you feel like there's a difference between what you listen to now versus what you listen to now that you're in a band unit versus what you listened to when you were just playing like acoustic shows by yourself? Do you find that there's a difference between those two, ethoses?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I was listening to a lot more country stuff and guys that would go out and play, their acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
And now what are you listening to?
I listen to a lot of the same stuff, believe it or not, but now I listen to whatever we're working on, pretty much. I try to keep that always fresh, and I feel like I'm always at work practicing or trying to keep material fresh. I hate to be like the guy reading words or forgetting words, even though I do. But I hate to be, doing that, look unprepared. So I feel like I'm always practicing.
I can tell you guys put the work in before you came in, because it was just professional.
That's the thing. Whenever this band has come together, and ever since it's been finally clicked together and locked together, it's been I mean, we've created a friendship through the band, but we keep everything really
So
professional.
it doesn't feel like work. It's fun when you have
so much
guys
fun. We're
that-
having so much
It's like
fun.
your brothers, man. It's,
Right.
it's not like, I don't know, some bands you feel like it's work and you just really can't talk to your bandmates and really feel them. But when you have a vibe, it's
There's
glue like
moments
that.
where it
The
feels
music.
like it's work,
Yeah.
you know?
We
Like-
don't have the ego trip,
right.
Right.
which that's why we're always afraid to bring somebody else on, or
Mm.
we don't have that. And I've never been in a band that like doesn't have that, where one guy is
Right.
like, causing problems. Everything's so smooth.
And you're having fun, and
We're
you
having
write,
fun,
you write
yeah.
things together because you can feel each other. It's
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah, ever since we started writing too, it's been we've evolved even more as a team, as a brotherhood, as
Well, everybody's individual styles get to come out
yes,
when we're,
you can hear
Writing.
the influences through our writing for sure.
because we all have totally different
Styles and
backgrounds and
influences.
styles. And,
Yep. I like that about us.
Before we jump over to you, I want to comment on what you said about the lack of arguments over strong personalities. I think that's a huge thing, and Jamie and I, we definitely feel that in our project as well. And initially, and I'm used to the same thing where like you have members come in and out because it's just strong personalities and people have different visions and different expectations. But when I met up with these guys, some of and Brendan and Colin, all the guys we were talking about, I met up with those guys and I'm like, well, what have I found? And so whenever I hear someone else say that, I'm like, oh, it like amps me up, because that feeling's so good.
Yeah, it's not like Josh is like, this is my band and we're gonna do it this way. We're all push and pull and it all works, and I love that.
I feel like we've had, every time someone comes on, I'm always like, it's this is your band too. It's not Josh Saussaman and Buckskin, whatever band. It's not like that. We work together as a team. I hate using the word team, but that's what it feels like sometimes.
Yeah.
So I'm Dan. I'm the drummer, I hooked up with Josh pretty much the way Koedee did through a Craigslist thing. He was looking for the drummer, and I've been playing drums since grade school when they put you into the marching band and all that stuff. So I played marching band, high school, college, concert band, orchestras, all that stuff, and I had been taking a break because of being a dad and having a daughter and stuff. So I wanted her to know how important music was to me. So I was looking to kind of get back into something like slowly and just kind of see what was going on. And we were doing the country thing for a little while, or more country, I guess. And and that was cool. And then it's been really fun to see these different phases of the band, and it's happened so quickly. I mean, it's been like a year and a half that I've known Josh, and we've gone through so many like
Good changes. Yeah, not bad. And also like natural. Like, so before that other guy came in, we had a Bryan was
we had a pretty solid lineup.
We had a lead guitar player. He was more of a classical country telly picker, and he was great, but he had to go out to a job in Philly, and so we had that other guy come in, and it didn't work out.
Right.
So
and then finding Zach, and that's really
it was a natural change. It wasn't like, oh, I got to quit the band. It was also somebody that we kind of liked working with until it came to a gig or something. But other than that, like he was cool to work with, and then but he naturally left the band. It wasn't
Right.
So what is this your first album, or do you have other music out there?
We have we just released our single Roll On. That was released about 2 weeks ago at this point. And we've gotten great feedback from it. We've had it's been on the air in several markets, on local shows all across Pennsylvania. We've gotten airplay on a lot of internet radio stations. We got good feedback and stuff from that. So it's really, there's a little bit of momentum building behind it. We're working on the EP now. We have a second tune that's pretty much done, and then we're going back in soon to do about 3 more with the goal of putting something out in April.
So, what social platforms do you have those out on? Is it like your website and Facebook, Spotify? Like, where's
it's pretty much on every digital platform. You can get Roll On pretty much everywhere that you can get digital music. Apple Music, Spotify. You know, it's out there.
If your fans wanted to connect directly to you, where would they go?
Facebook is a great source, even though it's Facebook, and then buckskinwhiskey.com is the website.
Perfect.
That has an email contact in there.
Yeah, you can get a hold of us by email there.
So how would you guys typically describe the music you create, and what is your creative process like? Because I noticed that, you know, one song Koedee will start, and another song, you know, you guys will start differently depending on what the song is. So is that derivative of who wrote it, or is that just something you guys collectively come to as the song's being created?
I think we come to it collectively. I can't write the guitar if I write the words. I saw an interview with Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys a long time ago, and he said that he hears a song on the radio that he really loves, and he rewrites it. And Brian Wilson knows some shit.
Brian Wilson's he's a phenomenon, man.
So I tried it, and that's kind of how it comes out. I'll find another song and kind of write it similar in structure, and then I'll bring it to these guys, and we'll come up with something, and it'll sound totally different than the song that I kind of wrote it from.
Yeah,
you know
derived.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's what you did with 65 and Climbing. You had the words and kind of where you wanted to go with it, and I think that song came together in like 15 minutes.
He was singing into his phone.
Well,
in the
yeah,
car.
I gave him
Right.
the
And he's
line,
like, check this out.
65 and Climbing. I gave him the line. I was like, this is a cool line. And like an idea, but he came up with the song completely different than my idea, and he was just singing it into the phone. And then we come to practice with no Dan, and we just...
Cody's like, let's do it in B. And then we just
Like,
kind of
okay,
just,
yeah,
I'm
all
a
right,
stickler.
go.
I'm a stickler for that.
Yeah.
You know, not every song can be in. I was like, we don't have a song in B. Maybe we should pick B as the key.
And we're like, go. And then he started doing it, and we all just kind of came in.
Yeah, the verse felt so
And then-
natural. Everything just fell into place in that
Yeah.
song.
So what's next for you guys? Are you planning on going on tour when all this craziness is over, or do you have anything lined up?
We're working on a lot of stuff. We got a lot of cool stuff coming. Nothing's real solid that we can talk about yet. But yeah,
man.
I hate not to be a big tease, but we're right now. The goal is to finish up the EP, get that out, get it out in April, and we got a couple shows already on the books for the summer season, and you know, the goal is to just try to build out from there. We're gonna keep working Roll On, see how far we can get with that, and then probably another single, you know, closer to release.
Who are you guys working with the EP?
Logan from Rock Mill.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know
Studios.
Rock Mill. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Logan's pretty cool.
Yeah, Logan's
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job. He did Roll On, and he'll do the whole E EP.
Yeah, he kind of like
I don't
takes the
see
producer
why.
role
Yep.
and really.
We don't have to worry about it, and it sounds really, really good.
Yeah.
Really
that
good.
mix you guys sent me, that sounded sweet.
Yeah, he does.
I could hear all the individuals in there.
Mhm.
That was good. That was a good mix.
Speaking of songs and stories, Koedee, you had a story about this song.
Yes, I do.
Oh no, here we go.
It was
Oh, my
summertime, and
Sit back down.
sorry. No, so all right, so it was summertime last year, and we were heading to a big music festival up in Renova, PA, and so anyway, we were pumped, and I was riding with Josh. It was early morning. He said, we were talking about music, and he said, Zach had this cool idea, right? Or
Yeah, he kept, because at the time you kept bugging, like, man, when are we going to start writing originals?
yeah.
You were just bugging us all the time.
Even though he's the one who likes to play the classic
We
country
had
covers.
one, we had Roll On at the time.
Really annoying.
But anyway, yeah, and he said, well, Zach has this cool idea, and so what it is he said it's called Hellhounds, and just jump in if I don't get this right, but they would have the gold mines, and they would have these vicious dogs, you know, abuse them and everything else, make them so mean, and they would guard the mines, and you know, after the gold rush, the whole town would just pick up and leave. It'd be a ghost town, right? Well, they'd leave the dogs there chained up or let them go, and they just become wild animals. And then if you would go back there to that area, you'd have to take a gun with you because you'd run across one of these dogs and they're just gonna be vicious, wild animals. And I thought that was cool.
Nobody knows if they're real or fake.
Right, they're like
Ooh, I
it's
like
like
this.
it's like a supernatural. It's the Legends of the Hellhounds of El Dorado Canyon.
Yeah,
is,
so if you
is
go
what it's
in
called.
near this gold, like mine
So
shaft
it's
or
pretty much
something.
it's historically accurate.
There is. It is. The one mine shaft has the dogs chained outside of it. So when you get close to it, you hear the chains, and then you'll hear the dogs start barking, and they like chase you out of it. That's all the story.
During the Civil War, soldiers would run away from the war, and hide in the canyon, and then so they would hear the dogs.
A lot of the
and
stories
stuff.
originated from
They
that
get eaten
time
by dogs.
Yeah,
they had
by dogs.
muskets. So
Or they
one
take their
bullet.
food,
Yeah,
like
that's
they
it.
wake up in the morning, all their food was
You didn't
gone.
have
And
automatics. Like,
we
yeah.
verified everything on Wikipedia, so
Yeah, right.
That's a
So
credible source.
It's been on the internet. It's on the internet.
It's
so
on the internet, so it's definitely true.
It's 100%.
And
Accurate.
it's sourced.
So no need to look it up.
Right.
Just listen.
We'll try to.
We did all of the research.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
we
can
did.
trust these guys. They know their stuff.
So what would you guys like to say to your fans who are watching and your new fans that you've now acquired?
Stick around. It's gonna be fun.
Right.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is we're just kind of getting started.
So if everyone's saying, "Oh, I'm looking for a new band," here we are. Here's a new band. We got an EP coming out this year, and then we have more in the works for the future. So if you're a fan looking for a new band, we're it. Just follow us and have fun with us and enjoy the ride.
Well, you heard it here, folks. You're looking for a new band. You guys can check out Buckskin Whiskey, and make sure you guys check them out at the Millennium Music Conference coming up, and we'll make sure to throw all that stuff in the comments. So thank you guys so much for coming out.
Yeah, we
Thanks
really
for having
enjoyed
me.
having you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Hey guys, it's Justin
And Jamie.
from Creative Sound Studios Online. We really appreciate you guys tuning in, subscribing, and watching these local artists perform.
We really do this from the bottom of our hearts, and with your support we can continue to help performing artists and musicians. So if you'd like to donate, there's a donate link on the website. Only give what you can. I really think you're going to enjoy what's coming up. And once again, we thank you.